Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Tottenham Hotspur have qualified for the semi-finals of the Europa League. They defeated Frankfurt 1-0 in the second leg of their quarterfinals after the first leg ended 1-0 last week. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, it was, if I'm being very honest with you, quite a disappointing game for me. I really thought this was going to be one of those really high-paced, high-tempo based games, but it was not really that. It was a really cagey affair, if I'm being very honest with you. Both of the teams, they were quite reserved. Both of the teams, they have the sort of players, they have the sort of mindset that they can go ahead and play attacking football, and both of them have played like that. But unfortunately, in this game, I don't think any of the team played up to their potential. I just think because both of them are not in a really good form. Both of them have sort of regressed as the season has went on, and as I said, like they really did not. Like they were scared, in my opinion. Both of the teams were like scared to take a risk, to take, try to create something in that game. And unfortunately, because of that, we had to watch quite a, if let's be honest, a boring game of football. I would say Spurs, you can give sort of a credit to Spurs that it was a tough place to go for Spurs. Let's be honest. The atmosphere was really, really good by the Frankfurt fans. They were really up for it. They were really up for the game. The weather, the was not an ideal one to play a football in. But Spurs went there, and despite all of this, they somehow managed to get a win. They were not really good attacking wise. They really did not create any good chance that you can pinpoint, or they really did not play good football. They really did not move the ball forward or anything. There was nothing special from Spurs, and the same as can be said about Frankfurt as well. Like as I said, both of them were really poor in my opinion. But the thing with Spurs were like they were the away side. They had to fight an extra 10. They had to give an extra 10-20% effort. They had to fight more because Frankfurt had the home advantage and they had the fans behind them and all of that. But unfortunately, Frankfurt were not really able to do anything themselves. Spurs did not create anything, and as the same with Frankfurt. I think there was the only one chance that I can remember is Akiteki in the second half, where the keeper saves from close range. Apart from that, barely anything was created, barely anything substantial from both sides was vacated. Spurs scored a goal from a penalty. I think it was a very, very good penalty from Solanke into the bottom corner, and that gave Spurs the lead 1-0. And let's be honest, while watching that game, it never looked like any of them were gonna score, and that is such a letdown. I really thought this was in when this tie came out, I thought this was gonna give us a lot of goals in the first leg, in the second leg as well. But it turned out to be one of the most underwhelming ties of the entire quarterfinals, if I'm being very honest with you. And I really don't know why. I guess because, as I say, both of the teams were under a lot of pressure. I mean, Spurs, they lost over the weekend as well. This is their last chance at a trophy, and same for Frankfurt as well. I mean, they want to qualify for the Champions League, which is looking really tough with the way Bundesliga is going on. So this was their chance also to win a trophy as well, and to make Champions League qualification a certainty. But I don't think that they played like that. Like they were poor. I don't know why it has happened. I'm just quite disappointed in both of the teams. Like as an Arsenal fan, I really don't care about Spurs, but you watch both of these teams. You know what these teams can do, the talent both of them have, and the mindset that both these teams have and the managers have. They both like to play attacking football, but to watch a game with these two teams. I have said consistently throughout the season that Frankfurt have one of the most one of the most impressive counter-attacking side. Frankfurt are one of the most counter-attacking sides in Europe, and to see them tonight play like that, it was quite disappointing, if I'm being very honest with you. And unfortunately for them, that resulted in them being eliminated, and they give away a penalty as well. So that was like a perfect, icing on the cake as far as Frankfurt were concerned in their disappointments in the game. they lose the game 1-0. Did they deserve to lose that game? I really don't. I think so. I don't think they deserve to win, but I don't think they deserve to lose as well. It's not like, they played worse than Spurs. I think they both of them were equally poor. Both of them were equally disappointing, if I'm being very honest with you. But they gave away the penalty. They are out of the competition. Now they have to concentrate on the league. I think that's the only positive Frankfurt can take from this, that they can easily concentrate on the league and try to get to the Champions League places, try to qualify to the Champions League through the league phase. They are still one of the favorites. I mean, they are third in the table, so it's not like the end of the world. And with just 6 games to go, now they like all their eggs are in one basket, and they need to make sure that they finish in the Champions League places and qualify for the Champions League, because this is now over for them. Spurs, on the other hand, I mean, it is one of those things, that they would be really really happy. As I said before, they like nothing has changed. They are the same thing that they were 90 minutes before. They are just in the semi-final of the Europa League. Apart from that, the same problems lie there. You could see today as well. They struggled quite a lot. I think after the goal, they defended really good. They are really good. You have to give a lot of credit to them. They absorbed a lot of pressure. Frankfurt had quite a lot of possession. They had some periods, little periods, Frankfurt, where they tried to attack Spurs, but Spurs, the Spurs made sure that they don't get rattled. They don't make a mistake under pressure with the fans behind Frankfurt. They defended quite well in that second half. They really did not create that much in the entirety of 90 minutes. But when it really mattered, as I said, Solanke stepped up, scored a penalty, and the defense, I would say, which is a very weird thing to say for Tottenham, because they have been really poor defensive wise. But tonight they really stood up and they made sure that they don't consider silly goal, they don't consider stupid goal somehow, and they managed to keep that a clean sheet, and that helped them propel into the semi-final. It's going to be another test for them now, playing Bodo Glimt in the semi-final, who are having an amazing, and what they did tonight is it's something spectacular as well. So it's now another test for them. Spurs, they themselves know that this is the only way they can qualify for the Champions League. This is the only way they can play in Europe next season, because they are not going to qualify, be in a European places in a league wide. So this is a big thing for now, and they will be really happy. I saw Ange Postecoglou's interview that they need to they need to see him even longer. They need to bear with him for a little while. I personally think now it is getting a bit arrogant from Ange. He's getting a bit cocky. I mean, the writings on the wall. You have not done anything substantial since you have been here. 2 years almost, if I'm not wrong, being a Spurs manager, and they have become even worse than when he came on. And like, even if he wins the trophy, I'll be very honest, he should not continue being a Spurs manager if Spurs really want to be a better team. But you never really know, with Spurs what happens there. So yeah, quite a boring game of football, but Spurs somehow managed to qualify for the next round. Did they deserve it? It's under here, so I don't really want to talk about it. So yeah, that's it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Spurs performance, what you guys thought of Frankfurt's performance. Do you think Spurs really have a chance of winning the competition, or do you think they are going to get eliminated in the semi-finals? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.